Hello and welcome to the Gold and Silver Club oil price forecast for the 4th of October 2017, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. The oil price forecast will include the following: fundamental outlook, a snapshot of the latest developments, oil technical analysis with our daily trade idea, and economic calendar, the key events to watch. Fundamental outlook, a snapshot of the latest developments. Over the last quarter, Brent crude oil notched up a 20% gain, the biggest increase for that quarter since 2004. However, this week we have seen a pullback in prices, with crude oil pulling back 6% so far. Essentially, oil prices are edging lower as speculators are booking profits for a second day after big quarterly gains. In fact, money managers pushed bullish bets on Brent crude oil to record highs last week. When positioning does become that overstretched, though, that can lead to abrupt shifts in price. So with that, we'll move over to the oil charts and we'll talk you through our trade idea. Oil technical analysis with our daily trade idea. Now moving over to the charts, first of all, if we have a look at Brent crude oil, which is currently trading at $55.78 per barrel. This is after last week breaking out to 2-year highs here, breaking out above $58 per barrel. And since then, over the last week, we have seen a corrective pullback, and certainly over the course of this week, we have seen profit taking after Brent crude oil increased by over 20% in the last quarter. So it's not a surprise here to now see profit taking from these overbought conditions. The question now is whether we will continue to see this corrective pullback deepen further, or whether we will see a consolidation in price from major levels of previous resistance, which could now turn into support. If we have a look at WTI crude oil, very similar situation as well, where we've essentially resolved an overbought condition, breaking out to just under $53 per barrel. Certainly into the close on Tuesday, oil is still looking a bit weak here. On Wednesday, we do have the crude oil inventories, which is likely to give the next major direction here for oil, but certainly from the price structure right now, I would suggest that WTI crude oil is vulnerable to a further corrective move lower if it was to break and close back below $50 per barrel. In fact, you can see here where the neckline currently sits. If we were to break back below $50 per barrel, that is where oil could be vulnerable for a further corrective move lower for approximately a $2 move. So from a trade idea point of view, I would be looking for the potential short term for oil, if it does break back below $50 per barrel, to have a $1 to $2 move lower and take the price back down to the next major level of support here, which sits between $49 to $48 per barrel. Certainly we'll be watching Wednesday's crude oil inventories report very closely here. If that is a bearish report, that could be the catalyst that oil needs in order to break down more significantly for the next move lower here on oil. On the flip side of that, if oil does hold above $50 per barrel on a closing basis, we may just see the price bounce off this level, consolidate, and then continue this momentum to the upside. So right now on Wednesday, it is likely going to be decision time for oil as to whether we will see a break and a close back below $50 per barrel, leading to a $1 to $2 move lower, or whether it will get well supported and potentially continue this upward trend, taking the price back up to the recent swing highs. Economic calendar, the key events to watch. The key events to watch on Wednesday will be Fed Chair Janet Yellen's speech, which is scheduled for 8:15 London time. We also have ECB President Mario Draghi speaking at 6:15 London time. We also have ADP employment change at 1:15 London time, ahead of Friday's non-farm payroll data, as well as ISM non-manufacturing PMI scheduled for 3 o'clock. And finally, of course, we have the crude oil inventories, which we'll be watching very closely for the short-term direction of crude oil. Are you ready to take your trading to the next level? Then the private members live trading room is definitely for you. For more information on the private members live trading room, please visit www.thegoldandsilverclub.com.